Hello my friends, welcome back to Living in Ventura County. Today we're going to be showcasing one of the most highly sought after neighborhoods in all of Moorpark. And the reason I decided to showcase this is because we came here for one of our clients and sometimes I just go, oh my gosh, our viewers have to know about this place. The Pinnacle at Moorpark Highlands. I'm going to be covering tons of things like location, things to do, activities, where to go shopping, and so much more. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because you just might be going, oh my gosh, this is the place for me and I need to know the pros and the cons. So come with me as we enjoy this amazing community. First off, you might be asking, what makes this place so amazing, Keziah? Well, my favorite thing is all of the trees, and I hope you can hear that. That's birds everywhere. You're hearing lovely birds just chirping and singing to the people. Just walking around, people are smiling and waving and stopping to talk. They're walking their dogs or they're just going for a walk themselves. They even have their own Facebook page so that you can keep in touch and know what's going on around here. This is a private gated community with 132 luxury homes. Toll Brother built these homes and they were semi-custom. And when people moved in, they just upped it a notch. You can look around and see some beautiful landscaping. And some of the kitchens around here have been fully updated to chef-style kitchens. There are 6 styles of the homes. In those 6 styles, you have 9 different floor plans. And some of the homes have a casitas, which is a separated bedroom, bathroom kind of area, large bedroom, bathroom. And out of those homes that have it, some of them have actually turned it into a little junior ADU with a kitchenette. One of my favorite things about it is when you walk in, there's a beautiful little enclosed patio area where you just feel secluded and it's an outdoor living experience. These homes are on the larger side and on larger lots. You might be thinking, oh, Moorpark is pretty rural, and they might think podunk, but no, the rural is more because these luxury homes are on almost an acre size of lot, which means that there's less congestion, less people, and more time for you to just enjoy your own oasis in your backyard. Homes range between 3,000 to almost 5,000 square feet and 3 bedrooms up to 6 bedrooms. Some of these homes back up to open space and have panoramic views of the mountains, while others back up to another house, but because it's so large and the landscaping is so gorgeous, you don't really feel like somebody's looking over at you. You do also have single-story and 2-story options. You are also located close to trails and a park that has basketball and tennis and a playground. There's something for everybody around here. Oh, did I mention that some of the homes also have their own pool and hot tub? Again, just having that whole oasis experience where you just can get away from everything. There is an HOA, but it's less than $300 a month, and it includes the common landscaping and the gate, which also has a camera, so you are really protected. It is safe here. There are also beautiful trails here that are wide enough for you to take your horse, your dog, or just go for a walk yourself. One of the cons about it is there is a new person who recently moved here and apparently they absolutely love their cars. And so sometimes they'll rev them a little bit and it does get a little noisy in that one instance. But besides that, you are looking at peacefulness. Everybody wants to know about location. Where is this? How close is it to everything? Well, you are 3 miles to downtown Moorpark, 20 miles over to Ventura and all that it has to offer, and 50 miles to LA. So about an hour to an hour and a half drive. The community is about 30-40 minute drive to the beach. Not too far that you won't enjoy it, but a little bit far away enough that you're not going to just hop in the car every day and go down there. You can't really know about the shopping unless I take you over to some of those places. So let's go explore. And there are plenty of options for shopping and restaurants in this area. My favorite place is about 10 minutes from the Pinnacle, and it's the Tuscan Square Shopping Center. I have to tell you, it has the best coffee shop in all of Ventura County. When we've gone there, there are people coming up from Simi to get a good cup of coffee, and Bart actually likes to drive all the way over here to stock up on his beans.
Oh yeah.
Well, there are plenty of restaurants. There aren't tons of options for people with celiac. One of our favorite places to eat out here is the Taste of Punjab. It has a really good tiki masala.
The tiki masala really was very flavorful. You could taste fresh herbs, and it seems like they had marinated the chicken in something separately, so the chicken probably would have been good even without the sauce. Good times!
Well, we all like to really support the small businesses. Sometimes you absolutely have to go to a Target or a Costco. If you're looking for Target, Kohl's, or some other restaurants, then there's the Moorpark Marketplace. And your supermarkets are more on the Ralph's and Vons sides here. And if you're wanting your Trader Joe's, that's about 15 minutes from here over in Thousand Oaks. And if you absolutely have to go to Whole Foods, that's almost 20 minutes over in Thousand Oaks. If you're a Costco person though, it's a little over 10 minutes to Simi Valley. And if you have a pet, then the #1 rated pet store is here in this shopping center. Okay, so what is there to do around here? Well, there's quite a bit. Outdoor lovers check out Happy Canyon for hiking and biking. Golfers, the Moorpark Country Club is top-notch. And Underwood Family Farms is a local favorite. Perfect for pumpkin patches, picking strawberries, going and looking at tulips, and tons of other wonderful activities and getting your produce. But if you want something a little bit closer, you have to visit Historical High Street. There's the Art Center, which has performances such as Seussical and Spamalot and comedy shows. There's also the locals' Lucky Fool's Pub, which the owner has quite a sense of humor and loves dogs. There's a patio out here where you can drink and have your dog with you. And recently, he purchased the lot right next door where you can actually rent it out. It has its own kitchen. And last night, they had trivia night there where people just were laughing, drinking, and eating and having a grand old time. People also use it as a reception hall. And let's say that you don't want to go to one of those big Vons and Ralph's supermarkets to go shopping. They have local markets here, one that's produce and one that's meat. And the produce is really fresh. Moorpark is investing to foster a promenade, warmth, vibrant downtown kind of feel. You might be hearing a lot of traffic. This is not a pedestrian mall area. However, they are putting $2.5 million towards renovating all of it. Across from me is going to become mixed use. So they're building all of these apartments, and on the lower floor, there's going to be retail. Not only will there be apartments here, but over on the other side by the post office, there'll be even more apartments. And behind those apartments, they are building houses. The sidewalks are really wide, but they're still going to improve them. They're going to make them ADA compliant with ramps. Lining the streets, you're going to see the pepper trees also. They are just beautiful. With all of the improvements that are happening here, it's going to be a mixture between Camarillo's historic downtown and Ventura's pedestrian mall. There will still be cars here, though. But the goal is to have people come over on the MetroLink, stay here for a show, restaurant, food, shopping, and then being able to just head out on the MetroLink again for after-work activities. We've been to quite a few MetroLink stations in Ventura County, and I definitely think this is the top. They really take pride in everything they do around here. They're hoping to have this fully done by October. Most of the building is going to be done by June, but then they're repaving the street and updating all the frontage. They want it done just in time for the major events that Moorpark does, such as Haunted High Street and High Street Holidays and Moorpark Country Days. All great events that you don't want to miss, especially if you live near here. There's currently not a lot of parking around here, and they're not planning on making a lot more either. So you do definitely want to keep that in mind when you're coming to visit. But while there's construction going on and cars driving through, the overwhelming smell is the wonderful food from the restaurants around here. It just is making my tummy grumble. Moorpark is really happening. It is full of growth and new developments. Whether you're living in Moorpark or visiting here for the day, what really makes High Street are the people in Moorpark. Everybody is full of smiles and friendly and talkative, and it just makes you feel so welcome. I give the High Street a high A if I had to give it a grade. The schools. As agents, we're not allowed to delve deep into school ratings or crime, but I can tell you the names of the schools, and then you can look that up. There's Moorpark High School, Chaparral Middle School, and Mountain Meadows Elementary. While Moorpark does have urgent care and medical facilities and dentistry and all that stuff, there is not a hospital. So the closest hospitals are going to be in Thousand Oaks, which is about 12 miles away, or in Simi Valley, which is about 10 miles away. So you do have quality health care within a short driving distance. But what does it cost to live here in this amazing community? This luxury living does come with a price tag. It is cheaper than you would find in LA or Newbury Park or Thousand Oaks or even Camarillo. At the current date, the homes do start at 1.5 million and go up from there. So with that being said, let's do the breakdown, pros and cons of living here. The Pinnacle and Moorpark Highlands. Well, everybody has their own idea of where a pro or a con might fit. We're just going to kind of do an overview of it. So pros, luxury living in a gated community, just scenic, peaceful atmosphere, great views with lots of open space and trails, beautiful and well-landscaped homes, lots of trees and birds chirping and bees. This is my kind of neighborhood. Strong community feel. I mean, having their own Facebook, friendly faces, need I say more? And it's not too far from everything. I'll highlight the cons now. It is for those with a higher price point. Limited nightlife to none. The commute can be long wherever you're going if there is traffic. And you're not gonna have a mall or large shopping centers or like off-Broadway shows coming here. You do have that community feel though. Oh, but it's gone. So is this the right place for you? If you're a person who's looking for safe, upscale living and a peaceful suburban lifestyle, then you couldn't do better than this. But if you're looking for bustling and tons of nightlife and being involved in it all, a faster pace and a shorter commute to LA and all that it has to offer, then you might want to go more to Newbury Park or Thousand Oaks. That's just a little snippet of what it's like to live here. You really can't have the full feeling until you come out with Bart and myself and really get to know the area, get to explore it and find out if it's just the right place for you. And we would love to help you do that. We would love to give you some of our little golden nuggets that we've learned about not just Moorpark, but about Ventura County. It's what we do 24/7. If you are looking to relocate, we are the relocation specialists. So give us a call, shoot us over a text or an email. We would love to help you find your perfect place to live.